I have a great pleasure being here today with Professor Bogdan Popescu, the president of the EACVI. Thank you very much for being here. And
Thanks for inviting me.
I hope you have a nice time here in these 2 days. My first question is something I'm interested in. What do you think? How should nowadays multimodality imaging specialists look like? Is it a cardiologist who mastered all techniques, all imaging techniques, CT, CMR and echo, or is it a cardiologist who has the expertise in only one technique and knows the advantages and limitation of others? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, that's a hot topic that we are discussing at the level of the EACVI. And indeed, ideally, it should be centered on the clinical problem,
yes,
on the patient. So we should try to manage the patient in the best possible way, employing the technique that is needed to solve the clinical question which is posed. But this is not easy because, of course, it's very difficult to be a true expert in all the imaging modalities, so there has to be a balance. I'm sure we have to try more towards several ones, but of course it's not easy both on the training part, but also in many parts of Europe, even on the availability part. But this is something we work on, and we have a task force to describe this person, this cardiovascular imager, and to describe the possible evolutions in the future and the way of training. Ideally, he should be very well trained in at least 2 modalities, like level 3, and then having maybe level 2 in the others, as you cannot really be a true expert in all of them. But this is the aim, and this is the way we try to do it. It's a long process. It has to start in the early part of the residency fellowship and training, and we hope we can help from the EACVI with putting together such a white paper describing these requirements in an ideal word, and then trying to help with education in some of these fields.
Can you tell us something about the upcoming changes in Euro Echo Imaging Congress in 2020?
Yeah, that's an important topic. As you know, we have decided to launch the first ever multimodality imaging congress, and it's going to be called probably the EACVI Congress, as it is the flagship congress of the association, and it's planned to be in December 2020 in Barcelona. And we hope it will be a unique event which may attract not only imagers, as usually the current congresses do, but also perhaps clinicians that just want to know more about how imaging can help them in their clinical practice, and other types of healthcare professionals, and even non-cardiologists, as we know that this is expanding field. So the idea would be to have several villages or places inside the Congress dealing with multimodality imaging from a clinical perspective, and also keeping some parts for each modality in terms of education and more specific technical issues. So we are working on that. It's an ambitious scenario, but I think it's also an exciting opportunity. So it will be like 2.5 years from now, so we hope it will be a very attractive event for everyone.
Why do you think it's important for young doctors like me? Is it important for us to go to some of the EACVI training and research grants at this point?
Yes, I think first of all we are very happy that inside the EACVI the young community is very well represented. I know it's the highest percentage among all the ESC associations. It's close to 40% are young people, which is great because this is the future. So then, of course, we need to care for these members, for you. And what it can provide, I'm sure, and I was a fellow many years ago myself working abroad, it gets a lot of many things. It's first of all, of course, the thing you go for, like you go to specialize in a technique or you do a research project, but also you it broadens your horizon. You meet a lot of people. You see the way other people deal with things differently than home, and it generally brings a lot of. I think it has a lot of advantages also on a personal and social level. We try our best. Unfortunately, the number of seats, the number of fellowships is limited, and we have lots of applications. This is why we try also to organize other types of events which can be complementary and can possibly target a much larger number of participants.
Do you remember what did you wanted to be when you were a child?
Yeah,
Was it
actually.
this or something else?
Actually, I was playing violin, and I graduated the music high school. So I was quite good, and I didn't think of becoming a doctor at the time. But then things have changed, and my older brother, he became a student in medicine, and he was very enthusiastic, and gradually I became interested in that. And then I went into cardiology because I liked very much this particular rotation when we did it, and there was a very nice professor, and then things have developed.
Thank you for your attention and thank you for your answers. I hope we didn't take you too much of time.
Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
the rest of the meeting. Thank you.
Thanks for this great event. Thank you.